No stopping you now. You came all the way here. You gotta go for everything that you want. I try to depict myself as the best self that I can be, so that I look taller, buffer, richer. Let me ask you a question. When you look at me on that camera, can you see my hairline?
Yeah, absolutely you can.
That's great.
And how long have you been celibate?
I don't feel comfortable answering that.
Today's a good day because we're going to be reacting to a Andrew Tate wannabe that somehow found himself on a TLC dating show. That's right, we're back with more Match Me Abroad with a guy named Tony who just seems to have serious issues with finding love, and it might be because of, well, everything about him. Seriously, this guy's a walking red flag in every sense of the word. So I'm excited to get into this one. It should be super cringe. It's been a minute since we've done anything TLC. As always, drop a like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss an upload. It helps out the channel a ton. And comment below if you want to see more of Match Me Abroad and shows like this. Without any further ado, let's get into it and meet our guy Tony, shall we?
I'm Tony. I'm 38 years old, and I live in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Let me ask you a question. When you look at me on that camera, can you see my hairline?
Yeah, absolutely you can.
That's great.
So we've got Tony here. He's 38. I gotta admit, he looks pretty good for 38. I would have expected him to be a little bit younger, but he seems to be already pretty insecure about his hairline. Let's find out why.
I struggle with the fact that I don't have hair. And as my hair started to recede 4 years ago, I went and I got scalp micropigmentation.
That's right. This dude actually went and got that like scalp tattoo, basically is what it is. I'm not against any sort of like body modification stuff or, you know, things that help people feel handsome or feel beautiful, whatever it might be. I just find it funny that I know this guy is gonna be the type of dude who's also very against women doing similar things to help reinforce their own beauty standards. I can just already tell what type of dude this guy is, and you see what I mean about him looking pretty Andrew Tate-like, right? Like, it's very clear this guy finds him to be a role model and is trying to pretty much structure his entire life to be similar to that dude for some reason.
Because there is some evidence-based research out there that demonstrates that men with hair are more apt at having long-term relationships.
This is the type of dude that's like reading scientific studies, or studies I should say, that are probably posted on long X threads where it's like women tend to find men with long hair attractive, but it can't be too long or else you look like a hippie. Meanwhile, he's doing nothing to work on his personality or the other red flags that women actually truly care about. Of course, everybody cares about looks to some capacity. Whether or not they say they do, they're probably lying if they say they don't. Everybody has certain standards or things that they're into physically, but it's when you actually have a conversation with somebody that the relationship truly starts to blossom, and I'm guessing that's where this guy's falling short every single time because he just seems to be worried about looks and looks only.
I want to look my best at this age of 38.
That's intense, bro. He's going hard.
In order to get the relationship that you want, you have to work on yourself first and become that person that's wanted.
Again, I'm seeing him work out. I'm seeing him work on himself physically, which is obviously good. It's something I need to be taking more care of in my life, you know, so I'm throwing stones in the glass house here, but I'm willing to bet this man has not stepped foot in a therapy office maybe his entire life.
My life philosophy is to gain improvement every day, even if it's 1% every single day. I've been the underdog my whole life. I grew up the poorest kid in the richest school. Even somebody almost drowned me when I was a kid. But I became a champion swimmer after that because I faced my fear.
I feel like this dude's got crazy life lore. He's like, yeah, I've been an underdog my whole life. I was like the most middle class kid in my upper class school. It was pretty hard. Also, someone tried to drown me, so that's crazy. Like, you gotta give us more details after that, dude. Like, who tried to drown you? Was it on purpose? Like, that's an insane piece of life lore to pretty much gloss over. Anyways, we've heard about Tony as a person. Now let's hear what his strategy has been in the dating world, because he's been single for about a year. I think he said like 8 months, so really not even close to being a year. But in that time, he has picked up dating apps. Let's see what his strategy is for those, because everybody knows you got to kind of play the game when you're on these dating apps.
And they're constantly running after materialism. So on my dating apps, I've used filters as well as AI generated pictures. Yeah, that's a hell of a picture right there.
Oh, so this dude's over here staring at AI pictures of himself that he generated. I cannot wait to see these. He's like, women just care about material possessions. That's why I had to ask Gemini to make a picture of me with a Lamborghini. That way I can get some chicks on social media. Like, truly, that is some of the saddest shit I've ever heard. Seriously, who's looking at these images too? I haven't seen them yet, but who is looking at these and thinking, yeah, that looks like a real person? Like, if I see a hint of AI, I'm swiping on that. You know what I mean? Like, it's probably a scam, most people think.
I love this picture. Excuse me.
Oh God, dude, they're so bad.
I try to depict myself as the best self that I can be.
I try to depict myself as the best self that I can be. That's why I chose to generate these in the first generation of DALL-E that came out in 2021. It, for some reason, still gives me 7 fingers every time I try to prompt my hand, but I think these look pretty realistic. Like, dude, he went for the shittiest AI model. I think this is like the free built-in one in Canva or some shit, dude. Like, what are you doing with these pictures, my guy?
So that I look taller, buffer, richer. But the whole problem is just like a Ferrari. When you buy it, you go into the showroom, it's not as good as the picture.
And he's laughing like it's a joke, but like that's seriously why you're striking out dating. He perfectly explained why he's having so many issues, yet he's like, yeah, it's kind of weird, no chicks want me, but when I show up and I look nothing like the rich, buff, AI, seven-fingered person that I present in my profile, they for some reason kind of just lose interest. I don't know what it is. Like, how about being your genuine self, and how about not hiding behind an AI version of yourself? That'd probably be a good start. Like I told you, this guy is full of red fucking flags, and that is like key point number one. If anybody uses AI to represent themselves, you are so cooked, bro.
I will match with a girl. She'll call me out about the pictures. But it's just like women wear makeup and they use filters on their pictures. So it's kind of unfair because they know that they do things to fool me.
Oh man, this guy is such a dork, bro. He's like, yeah, women wear makeup. That's basically cheating. Like, if they wear makeup, why can't I generate myself on a yacht? It's pretty much the same thing. Like, dude, if you can't see the difference between those two things, again, you're probably gonna be forever single because you're just mad cooked at that point, bro. You're well done.
Upset that I do things to enhance my look. At this point in my life, I'm tired of the swipe apps in America where people judge the book by the cover.
Yeah, he's tired of these swipe apps in America where people judge the book by the cover. So that's why he's gonna fly out to Brazil to go judge those women by their cover. I mean, this guy is clearly very, very interested in just looks. I think he has like some personality things he's looking for, but for the most part, he talks about wanting a big booty Latina, basically. Or just, you know, somebody who's like Brazilian, got those suntan vibes, voluptuous. That is exactly the type of person he's looking for. So he's hoping to find some love here. We're gonna actually jump forward to his first dating assignment. That's right, he shows up and his matchmaker kind of throws him for a loop. She's like, bro, actually, instead of meeting somebody face to face and just looking at looks, we're gonna blindfold you. Let's see how he reacts to that.
Blind dating experience.
God.
He does not look hype.
I want to challenge you.
He's like, yeah, I mean, that sounds cool, but that's like 99% of what I'm looking for is just somebody hot. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is kind of stupid. I can tell already he's like very much discounting this whole, you know, matchmaker's approach to this entire thing as if she isn't somebody whose entire career is built on finding people love. I love that on these shows, these fucking morons, they think that they know better than somebody whose literal profession it is to find dorks like them love.
Okay, hi.
Hey, what's up? I'm Tony.
Sorry?
I'm Tony.
I'm Lucila. Lou.
Lou, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know why, bro. This is already so awkward. I feel like this guy. So I have like a thing where it probably helps because I'm a dude. I'm straight. I'm only ever seeing men flirt in a very like platonic way where I'm just watching it happen. But I always get cringed out at dudes trying to be suave. I know it's like part of the game. You've got to feel confident. But just the way he's holding himself, like, yo, what's up? I'm Tony. Yeah, nice to meet you. Like, dude, that's not you, bro. That's not how you were just talking 5 seconds ago. I know he's probably nervous. It's probably weird with the blindfold, but man, I'm already getting the ick.
So tell me about you.
I'm Lila.
I'm Gabriella.
Nice to meet you.
So also, it's not just one person. He's on a blind date with 3 different women. No way that he strikes out with all 3, right? Like, surely this guy's got to find some common ground with one of these 3 women, or else maybe it's a problem with himself. But no, surely if that happened, he would understand that and do some searching within his soul to, you know, work on himself emotionally and see maybe where his shortcomings are. Surely. God, that's so delusional. I think he's that way because he's 38. Clearly, this guy is stuck in his ways if he's this old and still having this much trouble finding genuine connections with people.
What do you do for a living?
I'm DJ.
I usually don't go to nightclubs. It's just too loud for me.
And like right here, he's being honest, but I love how he just instantly poo-poos on her whole profession. She's like, oh, I'm a DJ. Yeah, I fucking hate clubs. It's whack. It's like actually like, it's like where all the bad people of society congregate and just do soulless acts. And I just hate it. Like, bro, you can at least act interested for this blind date for 10 seconds. Would that hurt you?
Yeah, you can go ahead. That's my face. There you go.
Oh,
No hair.
Yeah, no hair, don't
she's
care,
finding
right?
the no hair.
Or is it long hair, don't care? Which one is it?
Mine's very long hair.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He also seems like the type of dude who has let this whole baldness thing affect his mental so much that if he even gets the inkling that the girl might want somebody with hair, he instantly goes into like angry defensive mode. I'm just gonna call that already. If that happens, I'm a little bit of a fortune teller because, you know, I wear a hat in most of my videos, but also you've seen me without the hat. Thankfully, I still have my hair. I have a lot of peers, a lot of people I graduated with that I'm homies with. You know, they're having to start really thinking about shaving their heads. Some of them already have. So I guess I'm kind of talking shit about something I have no connection to. I'm sure it's tough, and it'll be tough when I do lose my hair. But he seems to have made it an entire personality trait that he has no hair. And it's one of those things, I don't know, it just feels like when a woman gets older and she makes her whole personality being like, oh, I'm a cool cougar. I'm like old, but like I'm not old. Like, don't call me old, please. I'm not old. Like, if you guys have been watching the new season of Could Have Been Love with Drewski, there's like this 40-year-old woman on there that is perfectly encapsulates that. I would also love to react to that, so maybe I'll try to get that figured out, but a lot of it's pretty hard to show on YouTube. Anyways, back on track. Let's see how the rest of these dates go.
So how long have you been single for?
Since COVID, 5 years now.
5 years. Wow.
It's
Is it a long time? 4 years?
That is a long time. Yeah, that's a long time. So you've been celibate for 5 years?
No. Okay, I know a read on this guy. He's gonna be a rather conservative, that's not something you do outside of relationships or even outside of marriage type guy. And I can already tell by his face, he's judging super hard that this woman has gotten some in the last 5 years she's been single. God forbid she's an adult and enjoys herself outside of the needs of, procreating. It's so insane that's mind-blowing to some people. But also it's his life. He can have his preferences. So who am I to judge?
There's some stuff in the middle.
Oh, okay.
Normal stuff.
Normal stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
He's so grossed out.
I'm a little bit more conservative than that.
What I tell you, bro, I read this guy like a fucking book. He's that one-dimensional. I hate to say it, but when you have a mindset like this, it just, you're one in a million, bro. I told you, this guy's an Andrew Tate fan. He's gotta be, because he just has a spitting image of him, and he just possesses the same dorkiness that's gonna restrict him from actually ever finding true love, much like that guy has.
She told me that she has not been celibate, and if you're not in a relationship, you should be celibate.
And how long have you been celibate?
I don't feel comfortable answering that.
Yeah, that's not a good answer. Also, I would love to hear if it was voluntary or involuntarily that he's been in that state. I think we all know the answer. I wouldn't be surprised if this guy's on multiple 4chan and Reddit forums regarding that same topic, just based off of how he's been talking. Also, it's so convenient he's wearing this red shirt, as he is literally a walking red flag. So he's sitting here just hating on all these women. You can see by his body language, he is so over this, and he talks about how he has no confidence in his dating coach here, which is just so funny, bro. You attempted once with 3 different people on a speed blind date. If it doesn't work out right away, why act like your whole life's gonna be destroyed and you're never gonna find love? Seriously, just with how desperate this guy seems and with how like reactive he is to anything that doesn't go exactly his way, it's really clear why he's been single and unable to find love at almost 40 years old. I mean, at least to me, it's pretty clear cut. But he's not done trying. He goes on another date with a girl doing some martial arts, which is something that he apparently cares about a lot. Let's see how that goes. I mean, surely the trend will not continue of him striking out on another date.
So I walk in, and out of the corner of my right eye, I see a girl that looks like my ex-girlfriend. She looked exactly like her. She has like 2 little button nose, long, dark hair, which is absolutely my type.
Bro, that's not what you want to say. I mean, obviously it shows that she's your type, but you don't want to instantly be comparing her to your ex-girlfriend you just broke up with less than a year ago. I already know that's gonna make the vibes even weirder right here, bro. I'm not hype.
Yeah, she looked incredible. I'm really excited and looking forward to this date.
But he seems hype. He seems to be pretty glowing. So let's see how it goes. So basically it's just a lot of them choking each other out, doing these drills. I don't know how any of this goes. I'm not into MMA, obviously. But now we're about to find another ick that he has that is apparently a deal breaker, as they bring up the concept of her dog. I don't know why I worded that so weirdly. They bring up the fact that she has a dog. She's a pet person, and that apparently rubs him the wrong way.
That was my girlfriend. She almost looks exactly like you.
Oh,
You don't say it.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
I mean, this girl reacts okay, but like, how do you respond to the fact of saying, oh yeah, the girlfriend I just broke up with less than a year ago, she looks exactly like you? That's actually really cool.
A dog?
Yes,
That's your
one.
kid?
Yes.
Okay. Do you sleep in the bed with the dog? Mm-hmm. You sleep in the bed with the dog?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Like, he's so bad at hiding when he's feeling judgmental. That's the funniest part. He's like, oh, you sleep with your dog in the bed? That's disgusting. I mean, that's cool. That's cool. You look like my ex. Please fuck me. I mean, no, we can't fuck. I don't know what to say. Like, this guy, he's all over the place, bro. He's literally just striking out every single moment, and he calls this 4th date of his in the span of like, 2 days, just a complete failure again, because he has the boundary of not treating your dog like a child, which, I get personally. I wouldn't want to sleep with my dog in my bed, but, he's making it so dramatic to where it almost makes it seem like she admitted to having people under her basement or something. The way he reacted, you'd think it's like way more of a serious issue. So apparently her likeness to his ex in Florida was not enough for him to keep this love interest going. Let's watch him once again. Yes, he's going on another date with a girl with short hair. He's really against having short hair. When you see this girl, she very clearly has past shoulder length hair. So I don't know what you'd count as short hair. I don't think I'd even count this as being short, or even like, it's like medium.
And I really want him to make a true connection with Thais. even if her hair is too short.
That's the problem. This guy's so picky. Yes, there is there's merit in knowing what you want and being stern about what you want, but you have to be realistic. I mean, it's going to be so hard to find somebody to hit every single checkbox if there is a million checks that need to be checked. I just said checks a lot in one sentence, but you get what I mean. Like, this guy, I think he's just trying too hard to find like the perfect made in a lab type girlfriend that is perfect for him. And if so, why doesn't he just try AI? I mean, clearly he loves AI. He makes images of himself. Why not make images of your dream girl that has 7 fingers? You know what I'm saying, bro?
Is that Raphael? That's my Ninja Turtle, and he's got a pig as a pet, so he's taking his pig for a walk right now.
So they're doing graffiti, or they're doing like a graffiti class, which actually looks really fun. And he starts talking about pigs and his love for pigs. I just found this to be a very funny moment, just into this guy's mindset. I think everything about him is so like Liver King coded, again, Andrew Tate coded. He just seems to be such a like macho bros bro, to where he's just like idolizing pigs for the fact that they turn into warthogs in the wild. Check this out.
Why do you like so much pigs?
Well, the pig is a very underrated animal. It's actually one of the smartest land animals that there is, and a pig can turn into a warthog if you leave it in the wild.
And just the way I've been single out here for like 8 months, I feel like I've kind of turned into a warthog, you know what I mean? I've grown my fangs a little bit, or my tusks, you could say, and I don't know, I just feel like I've just turned into some sort of beast. Like, okay, bro, chill out. It's just a fucking drawing.
So, like, what are you looking for out of a relationship?
For sure, like someone loyal, honest. That's really important.
Yeah, I mean, those are kind of like, general things that every woman wants, right?
God, this guy doesn't know how to hold a conversation. He's just a douchebag at every single corner. Like, it's actually insane how poor he is at just making small talk. And I think that's where he's losing all these women. Again, also, look at her hair. Are you telling me that's short? Because he apparently had a problem with it and was complaining to the dating coach afterwards that he specifically said, I don't want short hair. And here comes this lady with, oh God, she's got 14-inch hair. That's way too short.
You want to like more specific, like?
Yeah, well, like, what do you want?
I don't know if I should tell you. No, doesn't make sense.
It's okay, you're not gonna hurt my feelings.
I'm always attracted to more hair.
It's his nightmare, bro. It's his biggest op in life, his lack of hair. She's like, well, I like dudes with kind of flowing long locks, and you don't really have that. I mean, you've got the beard, but it's not enough for me. So let's see how this guy completely 180s with his personality, and just, well, not 180s completely. He's already being a douchebag, but he's gonna amp it up even more. I guarantee you, because his feelings are hurt. Baldy Bald got exposed for his baldness, and now things are going downhill.
I just noticed a diamond in your tooth. So, like, I've never seen anybody in the U.S. with diamonds in their teeth before.
Really?
Except for, like, a rapper or something like that. And
What? Dude, tooth gems are like a very common trend, especially with young adults in America. I don't know what sort of like AARP magazines you've been reading, but like that's a common thing. And he's acting like this is super outlandish and that she's got these disgusting body mods. Like, she doesn't have a split tongue and a fucking septum piercing, bro. It's a tooth gem. But of course, he had to find something to nitpick in return because she hurt his feelings with the hair comment. Even though she was just being honest and he was the one who pried that information out of her.
it's like a grill. It's not like a real diamond in her tooth.
So you think it's strange, my piercing?
I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan.
So, needless to say, he is striking out for the, what is that, 5th time in a row, I think. Holy shit, this guy is just never going to find love. And you'd think he'd continue to be at it, but then at the end of his saga here, there's a little bit of a roadblock that he self-imposes into his own journey. Let's check it out.
I was so distracted by the diamond in her tooth. I don't even know where you go to get a diamond in your tooth.
He's so hung up on it. That's actually insane. So yeah, sorry, I had that one more clip to show you. Now we're gonna catch up with him, supposedly supposed to meet up with his dating coach after all this, but instead he chooses to just fully ghost his dating coach and stop being on the show. That's right, he took so many L's, even on the TLC show, the fucking Cringe channel, where everybody's lives are just terrible. He got so embarrassed just showing how terrible he was at dating that he was like, nah, I don't want to be on this. Sorry, I'm gonna fly back to America and just take the L.
I'm not accustomed to firing a client. If the client is resistant to change, unwilling to learn, or disrespectful, I have no choice but let them go.
That's right, he literally got fired by his dating coach. That's how bad this dude is at finding true love. I think it's safe to say that Tony's gonna continue to strike out even after this show. That is mind-blowing that he had such a small stint on this season, and we pretty much watched his entire arc within what? This is probably gonna be like 10, 15 minutes. That's insane, bro. Let me know what you thought of Tony down in the comments below. Let me know if you want more TLC show reactions, but as always, I'll catch you guys in the next video, and until next time, peace out.